Hi, it's Sarah here. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day today. I just have a message from Gaia today, Mother Earth, about the animals and the whole planet. And that is basically to heal ourselves, we first actually have to heal our planet. So that was a message from Gaia. So this involves bringing back the clean waters and healing our oceans and seas and waterways. This involves bringing back our forests and the jungles, etc. This involves healing the land because we've made a lot of the land so barren and unusable now. We need to repair that so we can actually grow crops in it. And also how we treat animals. And today we're just going to talk briefly about treating animals, because what has happened as humans is that we have put ourselves at the top because we have hands, so we can do a lot more, and also we have the capacity for greater intelligence. But what we've done is we've used this to say, okay, that means we are actually above all the animal species, and we're just going to use the animals in a way that suits us, whether that is for sport or whether that is for eating or anything else. But actually what we have to understand is that we are all source energy. You are made of the same thing as a beetle. You are made from the same stuff as a dog, etc., etc. We are all source energy, and the whole planet is ascending. That means everything on the planet is ascending. But we cannot ascend fully and heal ourselves fully if we're just going to treat animals in a way that's different to how we would treat another person, for example. So I've just got a few do's and don'ts here, which is just a way that you can help free yourself and do your bit to help heal the planet. So first of all, the first one is to cut down on your meat consumption if possible, and it obviously depends on where you live and what other foods you can eat. But if you can, try and cut down on your meat consumption, and if you do eat meat, try and eat meat that is from an animal that has been slaughtered humanely and has been looked after in its natural environment. A lot of places now excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. A lot of places now to make life easier, they kind of store a whole lot of animals in a barn. Rather, that could be cattle, that could be pigs. Instead of the animals being out in natural surroundings with the sunshine on their back and eating grass, they're just kept in unnatural surroundings. So try and find out where the meat has come from. If your supermarket doesn't stock meat like that, then maybe make a suggestion that it does. You may have to pay a little bit more for it, but it is worth it in the long run. Number 2 is treat animals with kindness. As I say, treat animals how you would treat another person, hopefully, how you would like to be treated yourself. Treat animals kindly, okay? Animals feel all emotions. They are not just a thing without an emotional response. They feel exactly the same emotions we do. They feel fear, they feel panic, they feel unworthiness, they feel undeserving, they feel guilt or shame. They feel exactly the same as we do, okay? So they are just like us. It's just they can't express it, or they express it in ways that we don't see. Number 3 is, if you're eating eggs, eat eggs from free-range chickens. It's pretty obvious. Don't eat eggs from a chicken that's kept in a tiny, tiny cage. You will have to pay more for your free-range eggs, but again, it is worth it. And if your supermarket doesn't stock free-range eggs, then give them a push to do this. Number 4 is, don't eat anything that you have to cook alive. I mean, that really is barbaric. Everything that you eat has to be killed humanely. To cook something alive is very inhumane. And on that same track, number 6 is avoid veal. Number 5 is avoid veal, because veal is produced inhumanely. Okay, the calves are taken away from their mother as soon as they're born and shoved in a tiny crate. Very inhumane for the calf and the mother. Number 6 is to eat fish. If you eat fish, then try and get fish that is sourced from a sustainable population. A lot of the fish species are going extinct and some aren't, so try and eat fish from the fish species that are not going extinct. Number 7, avoid, in your own garden, avoid herbicides and pesticides. And try and use natural products for like washing up or clothes washing, that kind of thing. And this is just to help the waterways and to help the bees. Number 8 is eat organic food when possible. Again, this is to help the land and help the bees. Number 9 is to avoid going to zoos where animals are kept in tiny little concrete cages with bars. Okay, so a lot of zoos now and a lot of wildlife parks, they keep animals in huge big places. The animals can roam around. It's very natural surroundings. If you're going to a zoo where animals are kept in a tiny little concrete place, that is very humane for the animals to say this animal has the same range of emotions we do. So it's like you being stuck in a tiny room for the rest of your life. Very inhumane. Number 10 is don't eat animals like dogs, like horses. They're really highly intelligent. They're the most highly intelligent. Pigs are as well, but unfortunately pigs are a staple diet for a lot of people. But horses and dogs, leave them well alone. Okay, don't eat horses and dogs. They are very highly intelligent, should not be used for food. Number 11 is avoid killing for sport. You know, people pay thousands of dollars to go and kill a lion in Africa, for example. You know, if you go fishing, then just fish for a couple of fish that you need to eat for your dinner. Don't go fishing just for the sport of killing a fish. Don't shoot lots of birds. You know, if you shoot, you may have to shoot a bird for your dinner, but you don't have to shoot 20 birds, for example. Okay, don't kill for sport. If you have to kill an animal for food, that's understandable, as long as it's done humanely. But obviously, don't go spending thousands of dollars to go and kill a lion or an elephant, for example. You don't need that to eat for. You don't need it to eat for food, so you need to avoid killing animals for sport. And number 12 is avoid buying things like turtle shells or ivory or anything like that. When you're on holiday, you might see souvenir shops selling that kind of thing. Obviously, the animal's been captured and then been killed, so you can have a shell. And we all know where ivories come from and what's happened to the rhinos and the elephants. So avoid ivory as well. Okay, so I hope that helps. As I say, we're all the same and we're all one and we're all ascending. So we do have to treat the animals and the whole planet with utter respect. Okay, much love, many blessings from my heart to yours.